Hi VC, this is Kostis, and this is part 3 of my recent finds. I'll be showing a mix of various records and music styles, and yeah, I'll be starting with one really great find and very cheap, one that I was not really aware of, but I just, browsing through Discogs, I found this thing right here. It's called Dying Alive, Living Dead, and the subtitle is Czech Raw Hardcore Compilation LP. It's what the title says actually. It's a compilation of many Czechoslovakian and Czech bands because it spans the period from 1978 to 2003. It comes with this fantastic book. I mean, sorry. Yeah, it talks about the history of the scene in Czechoslovakia and later on in the Czech Republic as well, and has so many interesting info about the bands. Sadly, the 70s bands are not really represented in the vinyl record, but still it's very nice to have info on them. It's mostly hardcore punk. Great bands I had never came across before, but just some fantastic hardcore punk right there. Yeah, I mean hardcore punk and punk. There are so many great bands that we have never heard of. That's the coolest thing about punk. And yeah, fight imperialism with the McDonald's as a background. Another great find and really cheap one. This band, Putrid Fever, is one of the great bands from Italy, from the Italian hardcore 80s scene. And these guys had only released a tape in 1984 and I think a single the next year. And apart from that, only some tracks in some compilations. This record compiles all of their recorded stuff, and yeah, the leader of the band, Fefo, what's his name? Fefo Forconi. He also went and lived in the US and played with hardcore band Toxic Reasons. He recorded some stuff with them as well. Most probably you will know about this guy. So yeah, great band that played in the Milan squads in the 80s. Fantastic stuff. Do you remember? Yeah, their whole discography in this record. The label is Spittle Records. Yeah, great hardcore punk stuff. Okay, now a classic, The Fall. This Nation's Saving Grace. Yeah, this is a UK original. Comes in a nice eightfold sleeve. Yeah, this thing actually sounds fantastic. I wasn't expecting that. Nice inner sleeve as well. Yeah, The Fall, probably one of my favorite post-punk punk bands. I don't know. They came out very early during the punk era, but they were not really, your middle of the road punk band. Marcus Smith, the leader and probably the only constant member of the band, who changed lineups, like 100 times. Yeah, he also had some rockabilly influences, krautrock influences, stuff like that. Yeah, very unique sounding band, and one of the most long-lived post-punk bands or punk bands ever. I mean, they only stopped when Martin Smith died 5 years ago. Yeah, just one of their most highly regarded records. Um, Sorry about that. Uh, yeah, and probably one of their more accessible ones. I think I like the earlier stuff a little bit better. Yeah, I don't know, but this is a great one. Another UK first press, the Pogues, Red Roses for Me. Yeah, their first album. Yeah, just great. Yeah, I mean the Pogues. It's my first Pogues on vinyl. I'm really happy that I found this one. Yeah, just Celtic punk, folk punk, Irish music, traditional Irish music. Yeah, it's a very famous band, fantastic band. Another early punk compilation, Steve's Live. I think this is a US release. Yeah, it has Nick Lowe, Reckless Eric and the New Rockets, Raleigh Wallace, Psychedelic Rowdies. I didn't know about these guys. Elvis Costello and the Attractions, and Ian Dury and the Blockheads. Yeah, fantastic. All live recordings from the joint tour they did in 1977. And the last track, Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll and Chaos. It's Ian Dury and the Blockheads, but most of the other bands go on stage and play together. Very nice punk rock record, live punk rock record. Another classic, post-punk classic, the second album, by the Durruti Column, came out in 1980. This is also UK first press. Sounds really nice. Comes in this very nice inner sleeve with paintings. Yeah, this is probably my favorite Durruti Column, together with their debut album. Yeah, this guy, can't remember now the name of the guitarist and the vocalist off the top of my head, but let's see. Vinnie Riley, yeah, how could I forget? Yeah, this guy really helped, he's like a precursor to post-rock even this early on in 1980. Yeah, very soft, hypnotic sound, really nice guitar tone. Yeah, also a song about Ian Curtis, who had died that year, The Missing Boy. Yeah, of course, on Factory Records. Yeah, just classic post-punk record. Now okay, let me show another classic, but this time from the 90s, which I recently got. The debut album from Tortoise, the great Chicago post-rock band. Yeah, I actually haven't opened this yet, so I won't bother doing this right now. Yeah, this of course on Thrill Jockey Records. Fantastic band, Tortoise. Probably, yeah, together. Yeah, actually, it's my favorite. They're my favorite post-rock band. They just mix so many genres. They didn't. They never, played the same thing twice. Uh, I mean, in their music, you can find jazz, Ennio Morricone, krautrock, Frank Zappa, electronica. But yeah, just perfect, perfect. And their debut album is one of their better ones. Okay, some newer experimental post punkish, post rockish stuff by a band from Brazil. They're called Racta. This is their first album from 2014, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. This one is more noisy, post-punkish, gothy even, with wailing vocals, death rocky maybe, but it's experimental, all right. Very nice guitars and swirling sound. This is what the labels look like. And their second album, I also got that one as well, from 2017. This is more laid back, very nice in the sleeve as well. Yeah, a duo, Racta from Brazil. Maybe Gas 69 knows about them. That's what the labels look like. This is more crowd rocky and more laid back, not that noisy, but even better in my opinion. And last but not least, one of my favorite bands ever, one of the best concerts I've been to. I was lucky to see them live. And one record I was looking for, I don't know, many years, probably my favorite record from them, Coil, Horse Rotorvator from 1986, their second LP, probably my favorite one of theirs. This is German first press from 1987, really great sounding as well. What the labels look like. Yeah, Coil, the pioneers of industrial music, but they went so far ahead. They didn't just stay in the industrial music genre. They also did acid house music, noise music, ambient music. Yeah, this is great. This is a great record. I mean, every song is fantastic. I mean, the first track, the Anal Staircase, has a Stravinsky, Igor Stravinsky sample. Then there is also great, one of my favorite songs by Coil, Ostia, The Death of Pasolini. We talk about the murder of Pierpaolo Pasolini, and there are also strings here. Just a haunting track. Yeah, just fantastic. Really great industrial, experimental industrial stuff. Yeah, just great. So that was all. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.